Okay, I want to see if I could fix this spinner. Let me show you the one that worked correctly. See if I could figure out what's wrong with the eBay one. I mean, it looked like they pretty close, but I don't know why. All right, so when you put this one, the Glen's retro spinner, if you look at inside, if you spin, see the inside spin with it. See that? It's spin with it. It doesn't have any issue. Okay, this is the Glen spinner. Now, if you use the eBay one, this one is the only one that will fit inside. The other one won't fit. The body, this body here is too big, and unless you somehow drill the hole, make this bigger, it won't fit. No top could fit on that body over there. This one will fit, but here's the problem. See this? When you spin, this thing is spinning, but the bottom is not spinning. See that? It's spinning, but the bottom is not spinning. See, the bottom is not even moving. See? And the only time you spin is if you do it slowly like this. See that? That it will spin. And that's the problem with the spinner. When you're playing the game, you go super fast, this thing doesn't move. The bottom piece doesn't move. But if you do it slowly, then it will work. And that's the problem I'm having with the spinner. Okay, those of you who now looking at the bottom will understand what kind of problem I'm running into. So when I'm spinning like this, going fast, which a spinner is supposed to be, it doesn't move correctly. See, it's moving randomly slow, and it doesn't follow the spinning routine. Okay, I already put some kind of grease inside here and there, and that did not help. So I'm fixed to take it apart and see what I could find out. And so I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this and then see if we could figure it out. We could see if we could fix it. Okay. Okay, I went and put everything back on this. What I find out is that this kind of system, because I guess it's not, I don't know how they make it. They did not use the correct greasing. Right now I don't have any grease, so but if you was to spin it, see, it's smoother. It follow the thing, okay. But you have to grease it in order for it to spin freely like this, okay. But the problem is, I use this. This is a temporary solution. This is not the good solution, because I find out you use this for this and also for arcade one-up spinner, and I mean not spinner, trackball. It will dry up and then it will go back to the way it was. So that's kind of problem. Excuse me. That's the kind of problem I'm seeing. That this thing does inside. You need to use the correct. They sell it for the, you know, the grease, kind of greasy oil that they use for the auto part. You know, the car auto part. So I might have to go to auto part to get the grease and then take it apart and grease the inside so that it will stay moisture, so it won't be not moisture, it will stay, so it won't dry up, because when it dry up it won't spin. It won't spin freely. Like right now it's spinning more than before, okay. But it's not as good as the, if you compare to the original. If you spin it, as you can see, it spin it and it continues spinning like 3 more times. Like I hit it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, okay. And this one, if you spin it, you look at it, you're not going to get that. You maybe get 2. Ready, go. 1 2, see, 1 2 3, maybe 1 2, see. And this one, you spin it, you could count a lot, okay. So there's a big difference. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, see. So it does make a big difference when you get the correct one and get the. Now, I was managed to able to kind of fix it temporary, but it looked like it had to be take it apart, loosen it, put auto grease it's inside on every part inside before put it together. And right now I don't have it. I just temporarily use this WD-40 and we're gonna go test it. It probably would be a little bit better, but like you can see, it's only 2 spin, 1, 2. So it's not gonna be that great. 1, 2. So it's not gonna be that great. So the performance on it is not gonna be that great at all. Okay, so yeah. See, even if I 1, 2, but at least now is smoother, and so you will have to put some kind of grease inside. And this is the problem with this product is if it's handled well in the factory and it's hot, and whatever cheap stuff that they use to grease this is gonna get dry up, and then it's not gonna work. So you're gonna have a lot of people returning this, say, hey, this spinner does not work. And plus you had defective part where this one doesn't matter what I do, I can't get it to put it together. So I might have to take it apart and see if I could sand this piece smaller, either that or make this wider, because it won't go in. It will only go sideways because it's not going all the way in, because it's just the top. This is just way too big. It just won't go in. So yeah, this spinner is really cannot be fixed because this piece is just way too big. So, and plus if you, I don't know, if you solder it, it's not smooth. I don't know if the spinner will run smoothly. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. But it's best is not to try to fix it, is to return it. If you can, go to eBay, return it. But if you cannot return it and you get stuck with this, then I suggest that you will have to, like I did, take all 4 screws out, take that screw out, take that screw out. Then you have to take this out by using a plier, because there's another screw down here. You use this to take this off, and then you have to apply that little metal out in order to make it work. So that's a lot of step to do to just trying to get it working. And it will work a little bit better, but not as good as the, let's see, 1, 2, maybe you get lucky 1, 2, 3, but it's 1, 2, 1, 2, and then stop. So all right, so this is just another way you could fix this, but you have to get the correct grease. So I will continue with this video once I get the correct grease to fix this, and then we could fully test it, see if this is even any good at all, because based on what I'm seeing, it's not worth your time and money for it, because you expect it to work and not have to fix it. Correct? I mean, you buy stuff, you don't want it to have to fix it, to make it work. If you have to fix it to make it work, it's not worth your time and the money. Okay? Alright, so that's my conclusion on this. Is the only way, if you're going to keep this, the only way you can make it work is you have to take everything apart, take this whole thing apart. Inside you need to grease it. If you don't grease inside, it's not going to spin freely like the Glen spinner. And even if you put the grease, it's not going to be as good as Glen's original spinner. It's still going to be slow. It's not going to be the best. Okay, it's still, maybe you will get 3 or 4, but not like that one 6. Okay, maybe after greasing it you might get 3 or 4. Okay, because with this, even though it's not dry yet, it's not dry up yet, because it will last maybe 3 months, 4 months, and then it will dry up. Then you have to do this again. But if you use the correct grease, you don't have to. But then, by me doing this, it only gave me like 2 spins. So even if you take it apart and put grease inside, you might get as lucky as 3 spins. That's it. Okay, count 3 times. 1, 2, barely 3. 1, 2. So it's, if you could return it, but if you can, then this is what my conclusion on how to fix this is: you do have to grease it. You could grease it, or you could temporarily grease it without taking it apart. Just put the liquid, let it soak, and then so it will drain down to the inside, and might help speed up. But then, like I say, if a temperature in the house is warm, it will dry up because this is only a temporary solution. You need the correct greasing to make it last longer, but it's not going to be that much better. It's just going to be 3 to 4 spin. That's it. Okay, hope this helped on this last part 3 video, and so good luck and be safe. Okay, bye bye. Okay, we're gonna test to see if by greasing it, will the eBay spinner actually work? Because last time in video 1, it does not even work. It's not even playable. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Okay, because you have to like a nut, you know, you have to rotate it one at a time to play it. You can't spin it. It doesn't move at all. So this time we grease it, and we're gonna go ahead and plug everything in first. Make sure everything's plugged in. There's only one way to plug this in. Okay, so you're gonna turn it and plug that in. Okay, and you do have to get a universal adapter, USB adapter, that they call this universal adapter. This is also created by Glen's retro show. So we're gonna plug this in and see if we could, by greasing it, will it make a big difference. Okay, so lights up and lights blinking, so it's the same. I do realize that Glen's retro chips is different than the one from eBay. If you look at it, it have an extra plug which doesn't do anything, but it's like Glen's is planning on like adding stuff to it, so he added this extra plug, which doesn't really do anything now because but that plug is different than this one. This one don't have it, but I think the reason he added was he was trying to create more hardware to adapt to this spinner, so you could maybe bypass that one. But anyway, you still have to purchase the extra plug to make this spinner work. So we're gonna go ahead and hold the spinner and see if we could make some. As you can see, it only rotate 2, but can it at least be playable? That's the question. Okay, so we're gonna move it up to a Virtual Man's image. The file, mine is the 32 gig image that you could download, and then you could transfer all your ROM into it and make it a fancy full set. But let's go ahead and get into templates, and let's press A. Let's see if it's even playable. See, the first video I did, if you haven't checked it out, it's not even playable. So I want to see if this thing is even playable. Okay, so we're gonna press well, we're gonna wait till it load up first. Okay, turn the volume up a little bit. All right, so the coin, press A. Okay, at least it's playable now. When you spin it, it at least rotate halfway up instead of all the way around. Where, see, it's not even rotate. See, I'm going to show you. Starting from here, I'm going to press rotate, and it's barely a half. Okay, so at least by greasing it, it helped. Okay, that it helped the process of getting this trackball to at least work. But is it the best compared to Glen's? Glen's, if you spin it, it at least travel more than a 1 spin. With this one, you spin it, it only travel less than a half, but at least it spin. Okay, before it does not even spin. Before, you have to hold it and you have to move one at a time to make it work. So let's go ahead and start it again. So you spin it, it doesn't go all the way around even after greasing it, but at least it's playable, where before it wasn't at all. Okay, so if you really want to save money, you could live with this like that, then yeah. Before I have to do like this. Before I had to do like this is ridiculous. You cannot play like that, you know. That's like, you know, yeah, you can't play like that. But at least now it's spin, but like as you can see, it barely half. See that? It went from here to here. Can y'all see that? It barely went a half. Okay, let me do it again. Ah, got killed. Okay, this time it went up a little bit higher. Okay, but yeah. So at least the attempting fixing it worked. Okay, so if you could live with that and you save $10, then go for it. But I'd rather not have to do all that, just because eventually it's going to dry up with the AW50. You have to use a different grease in order for it to work. But yeah, at least now it's playable. So hopefully this video helped. If you guys want to get the eBay one, but at least it worked, but it's not the best. Okay, but with the Glen spinner, it worked beautifully. Okay, and I have it on my K1up. I put a trackball, Glen's trackball, and then the spinner, and I love it because the color change, and you could change the color. Not, it doesn't change, but you could change the color. So, and he doesn't sell this no more, and I'm pretty sad, you know. And it's very nice because it doesn't. It's been a couple of months already, and it's still good. So hopefully this helped, and that's pretty much it about the spinner. At least I test my new spinner and the old spinner, and that's the conclusion I got. All right, thank you for watching. Later. Okay, all fairness, I had to show you the Glen spinner too, the new one, because you didn't see the what I mean. Okay, you only saw that this one only spin like maybe a half to 3/4 of the circle. This is the one from eBay, which we did manage to fix it to where at least it will play, but not the best. This one is the green, doesn't have the extra one right here. And this is the Glen's one, which is the blue version, blue color board instead of green. Okay, and it also have an extra little adapter here, which doesn't do nothing right now. Okay, so we're gonna test the Glens and see the difference between the spin. Okay, Glens, we didn't have to do nothing. We don't have to do any fixing or nothing. We just plug it in, same cable. I'm using the same cable, same board, and we're just gonna show you what's the difference. Okay, oops, sorry. Press A. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to spin it the same way, and you're going to see that the process of how much it actually spin. It spin about 1.5, like I told you on the while ago, and that one only spin barely a half. Okay, so let's start the game. Press B. Watch. Oop, nah, I got killed. Okay, start from the bottom. Go all the way around to 1.5. See that? And it stop. I'm not touching it. Okay, so let's do it again. 1.5. See? All right. So that. Let's do it again. 1.5. See that? More than 1.5. So this is the Glen spinner. You have the tape and everything, glossy. All right. So I want to show that the difference between the one from Amazon and from one from eBay. Okay, the reason I call it eBay because he's the only person that sell this, and I don't have the name, but I'll go ahead and give you guys both the link, so you could give you both the link, and you guys could decide which one you want. You want the Amazon one from Glen's, or you want the one that's cheaper from eBay, but you have to constantly put oil on it, or you have to take it apart and put special grease on it. to make it work. So it's your choice what you want to do. But it's best to not be on the game, exit out the game first, and then unplug the power. There's something I forgot to mention to you. It's important. Let me unplug this. Okay, it's important. All right, when you plug the trackball spinner in, if you have a trackball or a spinner, you want to put the spinner, the spinner, yes, the spinner on P1 first. Okay, you want to put on P1 for the spinner, then the trackball go here. All right, if you reverse it, it might have some issue. Okay, so if you have problem where somehow it doesn't work, make sure you put the spinner on one, this one, the spinner on port 1. Okay, then the trackball go to port 2. All right, so just some tip from me to you that will help you on your process of setting this up. So the trackball, the spinner, go to port P1. Okay, P1. See the P next to it right there? It's hard to focus. See, there's P1, and then there's P2. Okay, so put spinner P1, trackball P2. All right, and make sure you have to get this one. I'll put that in the link too. If you don't have this, it won't work on Raspberry Pi or PC. But if you only using it for RK1up to replace the spinner that they gave you, then you don't need this special card. I bought 2 of this because I want one of them for the spinner and trackball on my bar top, and then the other one I just want to add a spinner, no trackball, because they don't sell trackball no more. They discontinue it. He says he's coming out with a new model for trackball, but no more trackball. They're out of stock. Can't find it anywhere. Can't find it eBay. That's the reason I went to eBay, because I couldn't find the spinner. They were out of stock. So I went to eBay and said, hey, they're cheaper. So I bought it. And then I asked them, make sure it worked, but it doesn't work. So there you go, the drama. Okay. All right. So hopefully this will explain why I did what I did and why that I was complaining about this one. If you haven't seen video 1, check it out. That's the reason I was complaining. And then video 2 was to explain to you the difference between the way they look. And video 3 is to show you how to at least manage to get this to work. Now the other one I couldn't get it work because I couldn't get the head in. But this one at least I could get the head in. But the other one I couldn't get the head in at all. So I don't know how to go about fixing that one. But I'm greasing it. I'm going to try to see if I could keep on pressing it in. Maybe I could get the other one working as well. But yeah, I went and complained to eBay, opened the case up, and they still won't give me a free stamp to ship it back to USA. They do have a company in USA, but for some reason they don't want the item back. They just say, keep it, we don't want it. So I don't know, they say they don't want it. And so I'm stuck with this thing I don't want either. But since I have it, I might as well make it work and at least, use it. But it's not the best, but at least I could fix it and make it, instead of trash. I hate to have put everything to trash. If you could fix it, fix it. But yeah, but they don't want it back. They don't want neither one of them back. So I try to fix it, and it does seem to be working okay. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix the other one. So, all right. Hopefully this helped. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Okay, this last video is I want to show you, so if you guys got the same kind of problem, you know how to go about fixing it. This one do not go in. It doesn't go in. Okay. All right. So I got this file, metal, wood, whatever you want to call it. I bought a whole set of this filing. It's supposed to file the plastic. But I noticed that when I keep on pressing it, and I even try to do this to it, look like some of this thing came out. So it looked like the part that I need to file is not here, it's here. So I'm going to try to see if I could file this and make it fit. Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward and then I'm gonna use this to see if I can file this to see if it fit better. Okay. Alright, let's clean it off, see if it works. I assume it's gonna work because I should have tried before I stopped the recording. But anyway, I'm gonna clean it off, take the dust out. Okay, see if it works. First try, see what. It tend to wobble, you can see, but see if it go all the way in. I'm trying to get it go all the way in. Well, at least this time go all the way in. Okay. Well, now it's good. See, it's been pretty good. Yeah. Look like this one's been better than the. Well, I also put grease in this. I put grease on here, let it sit for a while I was doing the other video for 30 minutes. But now at least we got this in. Okay. But I got it in so down that I don't know if I could pull it back out. But yeah, that's one way to do it, to get the spinner to work. You know, if you have a problem with turning it and you got stuck with it or something, that's one way to fix it. You know, hopefully you guys don't buy it from eBay, get stuck with this kind of problem. Maybe they will fix their problem, I don't know. But look like this kind of problem, it's not going to be fixed because it's manufacturing error and material that they use to build it. They use a cheaper product material to build it, so they tend to dry up, inside get rusty because it's a paint on, and it's not a good metal. I don't know what's considered good or bad metal, but anyway, I got it in. So now it's how to get it back out. I don't think I could get it back out. But if it, I mean, you don't want to have it go that deep down, because when you put it on the bar top, you need that space on the table, on the controller. And if your controller is very thick and you put this on, you need that space. That's the reason they give you a little riser, to put it in between it. So yeah, you do want to take this out. Let's see if I can get it back out. At least got a little bit higher, but the spinning is not that smooth because oh, sorry. Finally got it out. Yeah, so but at least this idea does work. Okay, so if you have a metal filing thing, you could sand it down. Probably need more sanding, so that way it will be smoother, because right now it fit, but it's tight. Okay. All right. Hopefully this helped you guys with this kind of problem, and that's pretty much it I could show you that I did to help. You do want to take that thing off. You're gonna try to smash it down because you don't want to break the chips. You do want to take the chips out. Okay. It doesn't matter which direction you put it in, but you do want to take it out. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.